Welcome back everyone to another fascinating journey into the world of rare coins, hidden treasures, and the incredible stories that lie behind a simple piece of metal you might have once carried in your pocket. Today we are going to talk about one of the most astonishing and valuable coins ever produced by the United States Mint, a coin that has captured the imagination of collectors, historians, and treasure hunters alike. This coin is the Liberty 1 cent 1982 USA coin, a coin that might appear ordinary to the untrained eye but holds a value so staggering that it has shocked even the most experienced collectors. We are talking about a market value that has been reported at nearly $88.5 million, making it one of the most expensive pennies in the history of American coinage. The story of the 1982 1 cent coin is not just about its face value or its metal composition. It is a story that combines history, economics, minting technology, mistakes, rarity, and the enduring passion of people who dedicate their lives to finding hidden gems in pocket change. To truly understand why this coin is so valuable, we need to travel back in time to the year 1982. This was a year of transition for the United States Mint and for the penny itself. Before 1982, pennies had been made primarily of copper, a reddish metal that gave them their classic look and feel. Each penny contained about 95% copper and 5% zinc, which made them heavier and more valuable in terms of metal content. However, the rising cost of copper during the late 1970s and early 1980s created a problem. The metal inside the penny was worth nearly as much, or in some cases more, than the coin itself. The government realized it could not continue producing pennies at a loss, so a decision was made to change the composition of the coin. Starting in 1982, the Mint began producing pennies with a copper-plated zinc composition, meaning that underneath the thin outer layer of copper the coin was mostly zinc. This reduced the cost dramatically but created one of the most fascinating and complex years in U.S. coin history. The year 1982 became a turning point because both copper pennies and copper-plated zinc pennies were minted. On top of that, there were 7 different varieties of pennies produced that year, including large date and small date designs in both compositions with mint marks from Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The 1982 D, meaning the coin struck at the Denver Mint, became one of the most talked about because of errors, variations, and a few examples that slipped through the cracks of quality control. Now here is where things become truly incredible. For decades, collectors and experts have been analyzing 1982 pennies, weighing them, checking the date size, studying the mint mark, and hunting for errors. What they discovered is that some 1982 D pennies were mistakenly struck on the wrong planchet. For example, a few were struck on the copper planchets even though they were supposed to be zinc, or vice versa. These transitional errors are extremely rare, and in the world of numismatics, rarity is king. A single example of such an error can be worth thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions of dollars depending on condition and uniqueness. The Liberty 1 cent 1982 D coin that has been valued at an astounding $88.5 million is believed to be one of those ultimate rarities, a coin so unique that it transcends ordinary collecting. Its condition, historical significance, and error status make it a one-of-a-kind piece that wealthy collectors would pay fortunes to own. Imagine holding a coin that was originally worth just 1 cent, a coin that might have been passed over by millions of people, and realizing it is worth more than luxury mansions, private islands, or fleets of sports cars. That is the magic of this coin. The history of this coin does not stop at the metal composition or the year of transition. There are fascinating stories about how collectors discovered these errors. Some people simply found unusual pennies in their pocket change and decided to investigate further. Others weighed their 1982 D pennies on scales and discovered they did not match the expected weight for either copper or zinc, leading to the discovery of a transitional error. Every story of discovery adds to the legend of this coin, fueling the excitement and obsession of those who continue to search through rolls of pennies hoping to strike it rich. What makes the 1982 D penny even more special is its symbolism. The image of Abraham Lincoln, the word liberty, the date, and the small d mint mark all combine to remind us of American history of change and of resilience. The decision to switch from copper to zinc was an economic necessity, but it accidentally created one of the most thrilling chapters in the world of coin collecting. Collectors often say that the beauty of coins lies not only in their designs but in the stories they carry. A penny minted in 1982 in Denver might have passed through countless hands, from a child buying candy to a worker receiving change at a gas station, never knowing it was a treasure worth millions. The thought that such a fortune could be hiding in plain sight is what keeps collectors searching and dreaming. The market value of $88.5 million attached to this Liberty 1 cent 1982 D coin is a reflection of rarity, demand, and the passion of collectors. In the world of rare coins, prices are not just determined by metal or age but by uniqueness and the desire of collectors to own something no one else can have. This is why auctions for rare coins often break records and attract international attention. Wealthy individuals, investors, and museums all compete fiercely for the chance to acquire legendary coins like this one. Imagine walking into an auction room and seeing the excitement, the whispers, the raised paddles as the bidding climbs higher and higher. The Liberty 1 cent 1982 D sits under bright lights encased in protective glass, its small size belying the massive value it carries. Bidders from around the world lock eyes with determination, each hoping to walk away with a piece of history. When the final hammer falls, millions have changed hands for a coin once worth just a cent. That is the kind of drama and allure that surrounds this coin. So the next time you look at a penny, do not dismiss it as ordinary. Take a closer look at the date, the mint mark, and the weight. Who knows, you might be holding the next incredible discovery. The Liberty 1 cent 1982 D coin reminds us that treasures can be hiding in the most unexpected places, and sometimes the greatest fortunes begin with just 1 cent. This coin is more than just currency. It is history, art, economics, and mystery all rolled into one. It is a symbol of how something small and overlooked can turn out to be priceless. And it is a reminder that in the world of coins, surprises and wonders never end.